now we take the lining off and we get the interfacing. And let me see what size these pieces are. This gets cut. It's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to do just like I said. I'm going to open this up and fold this down this way to get that piece. Okay, now, but how do I keep grain? The fold is straight. Keep the fold lined up, okay? So now I need to make sure this can fit, and I've got way more than I need. So, let's see what direction this goes. This goes this way, but I can't get it there. So I'm going to fold this up to save fabric. And then again, I'm going to realign the fold to make sure this is straight and on grain. And now, I need two of these and I need them to be opposite. So I either have to make sure the glue is inside together or sticking out on the outsides. But it can't be stacked, okay? So now fold this. And I'll lay this. To make this on grain, perpendicular, line this fold with this fold. The other thing I have to make sure is that I haven't reached where that is. Where, you know, that I got all fabric and all interfacing underneath. So now I need to fold this on the grain line and be sure that I'm okay with that fold, because I have nothing to measure it to. Salvage is gone, okay? Okay, so now I put this here. Folding putting one in every corner. Every dip like this. And making sure I don't have any, like I might pin this because that's just kind of big. So now this is fabric and lining. Okay, which one's my line? Here it is. Yep, got the right one. See, when you don't know, stop. Cutting is fatal. Okay, so now I take this and I mark it. I'm going to mark here. Mark that corner. Why is it cut like that? I have to mark here, and I've got my notches are there. So this is completely marked. That can go in the pile. Oops, I almost balled up a pattern piece. Alright, so I have one more pattern piece that I need to do. And first thing I need to do is find out, is it wider than the interfacing? And it is. Okay? And I don't think I bought enough fabric. because this does not look like enough to make her pants. Yep, something's not right, so I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah, I just bought these Friday, so they should still have some. So I have a choice of, and the grain line that they're showing me shows that this piece should be cut this way. So I can turn this way, and I'm gonna cut this off the bottom so that I'm not, you're trying to maximize the use of fabric. So what I'm gonna do is open this out this much, fold this in half this way, and place it here. And actually, I can go about that far. And you're trying not to waste fabric. And I'm also trying to maintain grain, so I'm laying the lines straight on each other. And where's my pattern piece?
Your foot's on the floor.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so, and the 16,
Which way is grade moving?
well, it's always running
It's running-
lengthwise.
yeah, it's running
Yeah.
lengthwise,
So I feel and make sure the worst thing to do is find out that you've got, cut something out and don't have fabric underneath it. Now again, if you don't cut precisely, you can't sew precisely. You have to have straight, clean lines or you're making a mess. And cutting is the most important, it's the part of making garments that I hate the most, but it's the most important part. Because if you're making a puzzle, you're cutting the puzzle pieces. And the puzzle pieces cannot fit properly if they're not cut properly. Okay? So this is your guideline to how this is going to come together. So I look for number 16. Where is it? To make sure I have the right line. If you're not sure when you're cutting out where your line is, take a red pen and draw them while you can stop and look and see where they are so that you have the correct line the whole time. Now I'm unsure. Hold on. Comes to there and okay, it's the second line from the top. There we go. Okay. There. Alright, so I've finished a pile of pieces. I always throw away stuff like this immediately. It is absolutely useless. Alright, so one thing I want to do, and this said for me to cut 2 fabric, cut 2 of interfacing. I want to mark center back. I always want to know where my middles are. Where's my center? This triangle is for my shoulder. So I'm marking the number 16 triangle. These dots are in the corners. You don't need to mark dots in the corners. You know that it's an intersection from here and there, and that's where the dot is, okay? But you want your centers, always. There's no point in cutting unless you cut everything that you need. So I've got lining, interfacing, fabric, I've got everything I need right here, okay? All right, so keep that in mind.